All right. Hi. There's nobody here, but I'm here. So I'm going to talk to you guys for just a few minutes. This is mostly probably for the guys that are going to come on tomorrow or later on if they come on tonight. But anyway, my name is Tory Christman, aka Tory Magoo 44 is my YouTube channel. And I was in Scientology for 30 years, which is a long time. I know it may be longer than a lot of you have been alive. But it's a cult, it's not a religion. And I got in it because I thought I could help people, which turned out not to be true. I've helped way more people since I escaped out in 2000. Hey, Connie B, hi. Good to see you. Hi, Verity, hi. It's good to see you guys. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up, so I just thought, well, it's Friday night, and I just felt like I missed you guys, and I thought, well, let's turn on the webcam and see what happens. And also, I wanted to talk about disconnection. I did because I uh, read today somewhere that now they've again canceled disconnection. So I'll wait a little bit to see if a few more people come on. But I'm basically explaining that I was in Scientology for 30 years. Of course, us night owls will show up. Yay! That's right. I do a thing called Midnight with Magoo. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, JB808. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, this is Midnight with Magoo. And I am a night owl, thanks to my grandfather, who was a doctor. And I used to say when I was a little kid, wake me up if you have anywhere to go. And he'd wake me up. He'd say, all right, come on, let's go. And he had the little black bag, and we'd go house to house, and he'd help people. And I thought, I love this. That's what I want to do. I wanted to be a doctor. But once I got in college, and I just thought, I do not have the tenacity to stay through 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, internships, Woo, Denmark. Hi, Jesper. Jesper, thank you for coming on. Charles, thank you for coming on. It's not cold and rainy here yet, no, but it is cold, yeah. And hi, Joe. Thank you, all of you guys, for coming on. I really appreciate it. So when I was in college, someone gave me a Dianetics book. And I only read 3 chapters, but part of it was on clearing, helping people go clear, which was to basically erase all of your bad things that are upsetting you. And I thought, well, that's got to be kind of like a doctor, maybe better than a doctor because you're helping them before they get sick. That's what I thought. So anyway, I quit college, hitchhiked in 1969 from Chicago, where I was in college, to LA, to the American St. Hill, because the back of the Dianetics book, it says St. Hill, England, or American St. Hill. It's snowing here in the morning in Paisley, Scotland. Oh, hi, Joe. Oh, I love that. I just love that image. I love snow. I don't love living in snow, but I love snow. And I love Scotland. So anyway, that's wonderful. I'm so happy that I get to talk to Denmark. People from all around the world are here. It's really great. So in 2000, I woke up and realized Scientology, it's like a triangle for anybody watching it who hasn't been in it or involved in it. And you have to pay for every single level all the way up. And I was way at the top. My husband was the very top, OT8. I was OT7. And he was a mess, and I was a mess. And most of the people we knew that were on those higher levels were a mess. And it didn't really work. And so anyway, long story short, I woke up. I have a whole YouTube, many videos. I have over 1,000 videos explaining different parts of Scientology, how they work, why they work, that kind of thing. Hi, Linda Lou. Catching you live means it's 2:14 a.m. in Chicago. All right, that's where I grew up. Park Ridge, Illinois. That's right, which is a suburb of Chicago. Hi, Charles. Let's see. Question. Did you see what William Street's posted video of a huge CFS tree at the testing center? No. Oh, they've got the Christmas trees up for Christmas. Is that what you're talking about? No, I didn't see it. I've been out with my son, so I didn't see it at all. But I had a great talk with my son. It was really great. So I will watch that after I finish here. But I kind of had a feeling they were going to do they do a thing called Winter Wonderland, and they have Santa there, and it's kind of a big deal. A lot of people think they get a lot of people in through that. They really don't. It's just kind of a tourist trap where people come to get their photograph with Santa. Thank you. I do too. I got it at a gift show and I love it. Thank you though, Connie. So anyway, long story short, I woke up, escaped out. I didn't really think you had to escape out, and I always say here, I started out in LAX as a Scientologist and I ended up in Tampa as an activist because of all the stuff they did to me on the way over there. Yep, they're getting ready for the Winter Wonderland thing. Yep. I thought they were. A few people told me, no, they're not going to. And I said, I bet they will because of the city. I think, it's like Scientology, but it's also they're hooked into the city. They're in the parade, the Christmas parade and stuff like that. So I kind of figured they'd put it up. They would. And hopefully a bunch of the kids will be there with their cameras and stuff like that. So it'll be an interesting Christmas. Anyway, today I read about Scientology is now saying it's okay for Scientologists to talk to suppressives. I am a declared suppressive person, which I'm very proud of. I was declared suppressive. They're supposed to do all these ethics actions before they declare you suppressive, per L. Ron Hubbard, per their technology. But now he died. Miscavige took over. It got all blurry because I moved my hand. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'll put this up and maybe it'll unblurry it. This is my SP declare. And it lists out all my evil things that I did, which is all just a bunch of BS and not true. And it's by the Church of Scientology. That's it. So most people don't get those anymore because they don't hand them out because they're very bad PR. But I know I laminated it immediately as soon as I got it because I knew that they were breaking in my house in 2000 and taking stuff and stuff like that. And I thought, I'm getting this laminated. It's going to stay. Oh, this is the first one you've seen. All right, I'll show it to you again. Here it is. See, you can see see up here it says the Church of Scientology Flag Service Organization. And then it says suppressive person declared, Tory Bazazian, which was my married name. And then it just goes on and on and on and all these crimes that I didn't commit that they say I committed. I've read it many, many times on here. And here's that's it. That's what it looks like. Now, depending on the person, they have different crimes. They used to post them up in ethics. It was really funny. You could go and read people's crimes and stuff like that. But then it got too out of control and now they don't at all. And they don't even give them out. I cannot believe that people, I know, isn't that weird? I can't believe that people actually broke into your house. Did they ever get caught and go to jail? No, it's all very gaslighty where I'm a person who has pretty much things in their place. So if this plant is in this side of the room, I would come in and it would be in that side of the room. It's stuff like that. So it's nothing that's really illegal. I mean, it's illegal for them to break into my house, but I can't prove that they broke into my house. But you see what I mean? Thank you, Tamara June. So I know it was pretty amazing, the fair game stuff that I've lived through. They have a thing, Hubbard wrote a thing called fair game for anybody that's new, saying you could lie, cheat, steal, destroy someone utterly if they speak out against L. Ron Hubbard, the Church of Scientology, or David Miscavige, of which I've done all. Thank you very much. Tory Baby, who is this? Now, wait a minute. Where did that go? You should be able to have a good conversation with existing members then. like you used to do with Odo. I know. You should. That's what they're saying. See, they're saying that. And I'll tell you in a minute how they get. Here's Gurroar saying, Tory baby, you're the best girl. Rock on. Thank you. All right. And here's this. Sounds like they were trying to drive you crazy. Exactly. That's what Jesse Prince said, because they had hired these people to be on the internet. It was in 2000, and they only had one news group, and everyone was posting on that news group. And these ladies would just post lie after lie after lie about me. And I would try to fight it at the time because it was they were lies. And finally, I called up Jesse and I said, Jesse, this is driving me nuts. And he said, all right, listen to me carefully. I used to run this program. It's called psychological warfare. They are trying to drive you insane. So here is what you do. You step away from the stove. And it honestly, it helped me for years. It really did. Because I'd get into something and then I'd go, Tory, step away from the stove. I had a little sticker on my computer for years. And that's what I would do. It's still a very strong thing that I use. Woohoo! Give it to him, Tory. Connie, you're a riot. Ex-witness Vernon. Okay. Hello, Tory. When will you be interviewed again by Janice Gillum Grady and Mark Fisher? I have no idea. I really don't. What to do if a boy seemingly doesn't want to be a friend anymore? You mean as far as Scientology? There's very little. See, here's the problem with it. They can say they realized, because enough of us have spoken about disconnection, and disconnection is where they are not, if you're declared like I showed you, no one is allowed to talk to you. Hi, the Oritz. Hi. And hi, Joe. Oh, yeah, thank you. I loved it too with Natalie. No one's allowed to talk to you. My husband of 26 years divorced me, and all of my third-year friends, I would literally see them and they'd be like this, Tory, and then they'd go, oh, and then they'd be on the phone calling OSA, which is their secret police kind of thing, reporting me. It's just stupid, but it's bad. So enough people have talked about it. Now they're saying, oh, we don't do that anymore. Anybody can talk to an SP, meaning someone like me. Well, if that's true, then my ex-husband, Harold Bazazian, you can call me and talk to me. And I won't talk to you about Scientology, and I won't talk to you about N Theta, which is bad news or something that would upset him. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I would like to talk to him. But I know their drill, how it works, and how they can get around it. Just one second. I'm not sure what to do as far as your boyfriend. I'm sorry. They say I don't choose to talk to you. So it's my choice. It isn't really their choice, and I'll tell you how we know. Because every person who leaves Scientology, the first thing they do is call their old friends that they've disconnected from and talk to them. So we know that isn't true. It just isn't. You can say it is, but it isn't. Yay. Okay, said, oh, question, Tory. What do you think of Winter Wonderland? It's hokey. It's just it's their phony, celebrating Christmas. It's okay for me because it's mainly a thing for kids. That's really what it is. And, to me, I have never seen them really get people into Scientology through Winter Wonderland. Here's Scientology, and next to it in the parking lot is Winter Wonderland, where the Christmas trees are, and they put lights, and it looks snazzy and everything, but it's really just a photo op kind of thing that people go to, take their picture with Santa, they leave. That's it. So to me, it's here nor there. It's not as bad as I don't think, as people think. Some people go, oh, they're roping in kids. I have never seen that happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. But I haven't been over there that much either. You really care that everyone gets out, even your ex-husband. Absolutely. I mean, it's a trap. It's like if you had people that you loved and they're trapped, wouldn't you want them out? You would. Sorry to hear that. Okay. Hey there, Tory. Good to see you. Hi, witness. Okay, here's a question. Does the food they sell at Big Blue any good? I've never had their food at Big Blue. I wouldn't eat it. So I don't know if it's any good. Hi, witness. All right. Catching a live for the first time from Cape Town. All right, Linda. Thank you for coming by. This is so great to see you guys this late at night. It's really fun. Hi, Cape Town. It's all in a recent LA Times article. Okay, good to know. Good to know about that Winter Wonderland. Is that what's all in the article, or about disconnection? Which one are you talking about, Charles, when you say it's all? Disconnection is awful. It really is. It's awful. I mean, imagine any of your friends or loved ones, and all of a sudden, overnight, that's it. They won't answer your phone. They won't talk to you. If you run into them, they can't talk to you. It's heavy. It's awful. Okay. So, Charles, I need you to answer me. When you say it's all in a recent LA Times article, is it all about disconnection or all about Winter Wonderland? Okay. All right. Now here's Joe. Was out with Mike in Kansas on Thursday, and staff had checked out the front of their building with the way to happiness. Oh, yeah, I saw that with the chalk. They chalked it. Yeah, I saw that. All right. Hi. Good morning, Tory from London. All right. Yay. Great to see you. Still sticking to Scientology. Absolutely. Especially when it comes to disconnection. I mean, I've had, they're not really your friends. That's what Andreas, who used to live in Norway, he just passed away this year. Hello, Andreas. And he pointed out to me, he said, what kind of friends could those be if they're going to leave you because you change your mind? It was so logical and so just kind. And the way he thought, I thought, oh, he's right. It was amazing. Okay, so ex-witness Vernon, question. If I go to CCHR, will they request for me to donate money? CCHR is Citizens Commission on Human Rights. I don't think so, but Scientology, they're always going to ask you to donate money, but you just say, no, I don't have any money on me. I don't carry money. End of story. I went on the tour of CCHR. It's awful. I just want you to know it's awful. I mean, I almost threw up, and I normally don't throw up. Pat Bondi is involved with Scientology. Yeah, I saw that too. They're not a Scientologist, they're just supporting them. I mean, they're pro Scientology kind of thing. She is. Hey, old fricks. All right, and here's Charles. Okay, think you missed my post above. The article of C of S intimidating jurors and victim attorneys from the Danny Masterson trial and an upcoming sanctions hearing. Yep, I know about that one. I went downtown and got those articles for Tony Ortega. So I definitely know about that one. I have the hard copy of it. Listening from Perth, Australia. Ooh, how cool. My son and I were just talking about Australia tonight. Okay, and this is... All right, now witness, where are you? It's a comment. All right. Tory, you would look good as a redhead. Okay. Well, I probably would, but I would never do it because you get the skunk thing. It's like at my age, my hair grows really fast. So if it's brown, immediately you get the skunk thing, meaning your roots are growing out and it's all white. So it's easier for me to keep it light like this. But thank you that you think I look good as a redhead. All right. And this is Witness. Yep. The discovery some lawyers had but shouldn't have. LOL, old Vicky. Okay. And this is from Frio Never In. Hi, Joe. All right. Hi, Frio. If anyone hasn't subscribed here, please subscribe also, because YouTube is now unsubscribing people if they're not active. I think they're unsubscribing them. That's what Mark Bunker told me, and so I'm trying to get new subscriptions from people that are new to my site. So if you haven't, please subscribe. It's free. Verity. Skunk thing, also known as the GT stripe. Okay. All right. I didn't know that. And this is Timbre June. I just adjusted my notifications. All right. Good, Timbre. Also, Tony Ortega has great updates, always. Tony is a great person to follow. Okay, I hate when it happens and they unsubscribe you. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Okay, Charles Patrick, LA Times article is Judge Troubled by Danny Masterson's attorneys tracking down jurors after rape trial. They published this past Tuesday, November 19th. I know. Well, I have it here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. I had it here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles. Here you go. So, yeah, I know about it. I'm familiar with it. It took me all day to go down there and get it back, and take photographs of it and get it to Tony. Thanks, Tory, for your opinion and stream. You are welcome, the Oreo Ritz. I like that name. All right, here's a comment I missed. Maybe I can go to my local and ask what's an antisocial personality. Maybe I can go to my local. Your local what? And ask what's an antisocial personality? And your purpose for that would be, I'm not quite sure. You have to tell me what it is. Okay. Thanks, Tory, for your opinion and stream. You are welcome. And this is for Joe. And check notifications. Is it all, as I didn't get any notifications to last week, even when on all. So annoying. I'm sorry. That's a bummer, because I did a couple where I had them, scheduled and stuff. So you should have gotten them. Maybe I can go. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Tory. You are welcome. This is Witness. Yep. Ruled on it. Tory from the second Masterson trial. I'm familiar with it. Timbre June. So glad you do that for the cause and everyone, Tory. It's worth it, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll always help Tony. I mean, he calls me and he knows, I'm there for him. They will think I'm one. They will think I'm one. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but you can fill me in. Okay. This is from Joe. It was happening with every channel I've subbed to. YouTube messing about as usual. Yeah, and my guess is Scientology is probably behind it. They usually are when there's shitty stuff happening. Not all the time, but they don't like being spoken about. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if they have their attorneys or whatever on YouTube's ass saying do this, do that, and they may even have people working at YouTube. And Osa, if you do, we're going to find out about it. Question. If I go to CC, oh yeah, that's right. I already answered that. Okay. I don't know what happened to my moderators. They vanished. Okay. Yep. YouTube is aware, in my opinion. There you go. Well, anyway, if any of you had people disconnect from you, sounds like to me that Scientology has too much power. No, they don't really. They're failing utterly. They're losing completely new people. If you look in their buildings, they're almost empty. They don't really have power, but they are very covert and they're very persistent. Those are the two things that they have: persistence and covertness. So that's why in Germany, they had Ursula Caberta was on the German government for years. And their thing was, if you come into one of our businesses and you're a Scientologist and you don't say so, you're out. That's it. Because they've been through this routine. They know it. Okay, this is from Tamra June. What do you do for the holidays? Any Thanksgiving plans? Oh, definitely. I'm a holiday girl. No, the only thing I didn't do this year was Halloween, because nobody comes down our block anymore because there's no kids on our block, and there's a huge, big party that kind of goes on in another area of my area, and everybody goes there. But Thanksgiving, I'm doing something with my son, and I'm doing something with Spanky and some other friends, and we're going to a delicious place to eat, and just bunches of things. I love the holidays a lot. I always have. So those are my Thanksgiving plans, and then Christmas will be more goofy stuff. My grandpa's best friend disconnected from him after 25 years. See, that's really painful and so unneeded. It's just so unneeded. I'm sorry to hear that, Tamra June. I really am. He said my grandpa was an SP and he was so depressed after that, but another even better friend came into his picture, so it ended well. Oh, that's such a good story. Thank you. That is so nice to hear. See, sometimes things come and they go. As one door closes, another one opens. And that's a really strong one that I keep all the time. I always remember that. Okay, here's a question. Do you know how Mike Rinder is doing? Well, if you saw his 7 videos about Aaron, he didn't look good to me. He didn't. I think he's having a rough time. And I'm really sorry for that. I am, because he's a good guy, and I feel bad for his wife and his kids. I mean, it's way too young for him to pass away if that's what's happening. I don't know really firsthand. I don't. But from looking at him from the videos, he didn't look like he was doing his best by any means. I saw a video of he and Mark and Claire Headley 9 months earlier. And oh my God, what a difference. It's just kind of scary to think that something can happen that dramatically in 9 months. It's like, wow. I mean, I know it can because my dad died and he barely made it from the hospital home. And at the hospital, when he was working for NBC, they said, you're totally healthy, go on home. And he went home, had a heart attack, and died. Just like that. So I always tell people you love that you love them. Because you never know when your last second will be when you can tell them you love them. And like my dad, I just out of luck happened to sit down and write him an entire letter about how much I loved him, how sorry I was for being such a creep as a teenager, all my plans with Scientology and my future and and how much I loved him and what a great dad he was, and sent it off to him. And he got it before he died. I was the only person in my family or all of his friends, and he had tons because he was a celebrity and he had a ton of friends and he was a great guy. And no one got to say goodbye. No one but me, because I did it. So I always tell people, yes, if you love someone, tell them when they're alive, because you don't know how long they're going to be alive. Okay, Joe is working Christmas Day. Donut making is very important, Ooh, that sounds very kinky. I quit eating donuts 30 years ago, and I won't. I've lost 100 pounds and kept it off for 24 years now, but I won't eat a donut because they're very addictive for me. I could not make donuts. Oh, God. But good for you. I like that thought, Tory. One door closes, another one opens. I know, Witness. It's really healing. It is. The other one that I read on the internet, one of my really dear friends, he was a dear friend for 10 years. And then something happened, which I won't go into because it was very personal, but he broke up with me as a friend and a bunch of other people. And I was so sad. And then I read this thing on the internet. If someone comes into your life for a month or a year or 24 hours, just be happy that you had that person in your life for that long. And I thought that's a really great thing to remember, because, that's why I always say, if I die tomorrow, celebrate my life. Don't be like, oh, we really miss her. It's like, forget about it. We're all going to move on at some point. I'm 77. I'm not going to live forever. So, but all my I have two older brothers, and we all three have agreed we're happy with each of our lives. And we all three have dramatically different lives. I mean, one is a writer. He was a runner and a writer. The other one is traveled around the world for his entire life and is now a DJ. And there's me, who was in the cult and all the different wacko things that happened with me. And, here we are. Wow, I didn't know Mike was 69. Well, interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that. There. Yeah, it's way too young. Well, I don't know if it's way too young, but it is too young. Especially because he has his kids and his wife. Hi, lovely Tory in chat. I'm still celebrating my 50th birthday, as it's still the 22nd somewhere in the world. Yay! Happy birthday. Happy 50th birthday. That's a good birthday. And it only goes better. It only gets better, just so you know. People think, like when I grew up, it was like, oh, God, you're turning 50. It was really horrible. But 70's fantastic. I was shocked. I really was. Okay, now this is Tamara June. Christmas donuts are the bastards. Oh, yeah. I couldn't. I'd start them and I'd never stop. Oh, my God, you work at Krispy Kreme factory near Glasgow. Wow, the Christmas donuts are starting soon, and it's all about the Grinch. Oh, wow. I would be 1,000 pounds. Joe says hi to the Irish Mart. Okay, and here's Joe. I would have diabetes if I worked there. I inhale Krispy Kremes because they're smushy. I have always said I can gain weight just walking by looking at food. I really can. Happy birthday, Irish Mary. Really, to everybody. All right. Irish Mart, this is true. Wisdom comes with age. And this is Connie B. Agree 100%, Tamron, especially when they are hot and fresh. Ooh, Krispy Kreme's hot and fresh. I only had one. I had to try it. I tried it once and I went, no, no, no. Friendships are dynamic. People and circumstances change. Cherish what you have today. No regrets. Exactly, Verity. That's my point. That's my point. Exactly. And make sure to stay in the now and enjoy the now. Because so much of us are like worrying about this in the future or worrying about that in the past. And we miss now. And I love that lady. I've spoken about it before, where I saw a show where this lady talked about the power of enough, and multitasking. And she said, multitasking is really like doing 2 or 3 things poorly. She said, you're better to just do one thing and finish it, do another thing and finish it. You know what I mean? And also stay in the now. She said, we are all, certainly in America, we are surrounded and bombarded by advertisements and billboards and, songs, and you need a haircut and you need new shoes and just endless stuff. And you really don't. A while ago, about 10 years ago, I stopped buying things. I mean, I still buy some things, like I got my necklace and stuff like that. I buy a few things, but not much. My thing is like I have to need something to buy it. And it has to replace something I already have in my house that's old. So that's it. If I can't do that, I don't get it. But that's, that started when I was like, I think 65. All right. Now here's Joe. Irish Mart has joined the feisty 50s. Yes, exactly. Ex-witness Vernon. Question: what kind of dessert do you like? Well, tonight I had pumpkin cheesecake. Oh, so delicious. I've been on Weight Watchers for probably 30 years. And I went to Weight Watchers last night. And I'm way down. I've maintained my loss of 100 pounds for many, many years. And so last night I was out, or tonight. No, it was tonight. It wasn't, well, it was last night, because tonight, now we're in the 23rd and it was the 22nd. It was Friday night. But Justin and I went out and we each just had a little bit. He had some soup and I had some chili. And then I thought, oh, that wasn't much. And then they had this pumpkin cheesecake. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do it. And I haven't had a piece of cheesecake in probably 20 years where I ate the whole thing. Usually I split it with someone, so it's not that much. Hi, Danny. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How are you? How's Leah? How's everything? I haven't seen you guys in so long. I miss you. All right. This is Connie. I would be afraid that I would get burned out on them, which may not be a bad thing. Truly. Wait, someone has a question right above you. Oh, yeah. What kind of dessert? Okay, I answered that. Danny, you've got to let me know how you're doing. I really miss you and Leah. I miss all you guys. I hardly ever see you anymore. Yes, multitasking is a myth. Agree, Tory. It really is. It in so many, it's my favorite thing from forever. And Spanky now knows that I'm this way. But forever, men would read a newspaper and you'd go in to talk to them like your boss, and they'd be reading a newspaper and they'd go on. And I'd say, no, I don't do that. And they'd put down their newspaper and they'd say, you don't do what? And I'd say, when you're ready to hear what I have to say, you let me know. But as long as you're reading the newspaper, I have nothing to say to you. So then they'd put down their newspaper and we'd talk. And so Spanky knows that's the way I am. And I'm that way with cell phones too. If people are like on their cell phone going, oh, I'm listening to you, I am, go on. I'm like, no. When you're done, when you're finished, I'll finish telling you what I was going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you now. And that's just the way I am. Hey, Tory and chat. Hi, Kim White. Good to see you. All right. Hey, Tory and chat. All right. No, wait. Okay. Now, this is Weight Watchers is a good program. Very sound, common advice. It really works. The thing I love is it's all on your phone, so you can just look it up. Show. Pumpkin cheesecake. Oh my God, sounds delicious. It was delicious. And it was a thin slice. It wasn't like a big slice of it. It's just a thin slice of it. So I thought, I'm going to eat the whole thing. And I did. Oh, it's good. We both agreed. It was like, Danny, I know. We're all happy to see you, Danny. You got to come around more often. Christy Alley was the spokesperson for Weight Watchers for a minute, not for long. Believe me, she was not for long. And then she started her own thing, losing weight, which didn't work. Morning Fair Maiden from sunny summer in Johannesburg. Hey, Gregory. Hi. Cool, Johannesburg. Wow, we got a lot of people here. This is great. I hope it was a good cheesecake with how long it's been. Oh, yeah, it was way worth it. No, I've had cheesecake before, but I just split it with someone. So I always, whenever I have a dessert, I always either have a few bites or, I'll have, like I've had creme brulee, but I just have a little bit of it. But that was the first time I had a whole piece of cheesecake myself. It was like, oh, it was delicious. I could go back tonight and have another one. Not really. I'm just kidding. Karina, I know. I'm sorry. I know that does happen. That happens to me too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, this is Gregory. Danny, using a tall tripod may be a problem. Been unstable and easily knocked over. Did Danny mention using a tall tripod and I missed it? Is he outside? Danny, are you outside? Old Fritz says, Joe Buchanan, Krispy Kreme's lush. Christmas Day, though? She's working on Christmas Day. That's okay. Somebody's got to do it. Gregory Nitsky. Joe is asking, when I get an automated call back, they call me. Johannesburg, as my name is Joanne. It's so funny. That's why I just call myself Joe. Good one, Joe. I like that. I do. Yeah, here's T. I haven't seen you, T, either. Good to see you. From Perth. Gregory Nitsky, haven't seen you for ages. Hope you're well. I think he is. Comment. Costco cheesecake is great. I haven't had theirs, and I'm a big cheesecake fan, but that was it for me for a while. I'm going to have something Thanksgiving, like, what is it? Pumpkin pie. I'll have pumpkin pie. But that's it. Pumpkin pie and Cool Whip. That's the best thing. Okay, so Joe says, yeah, I need to choose between working Christmas or New Year's Day. It's a bummer. Not really. I always try to tell people, be thankful you have a job. Because I'm telling you, once you don't have a job, you really see it's kind of great to work. And especially on Christmas, people are coming in there so thankful that you're working and you're open and that you can help them. And just enjoy the day. You know what I mean? Have a good day. Make it a good day. I mean, what could be better than giving people food all day long? I think it's fantastic. And donuts? Oh my goodness, Lord. I could not do it. Tea. Now, what is Danny doing? I missed whatever he posted. And this is Gregory. I'm around just being sparse with the noise going around. There's never noise in here. These are good people just talking. Hey, lovely T, Perth audit. Hope you're doing okay. Me too. Joe Buchanan. Well, as you're in Scotland, I get why you choose New Year's Day to have off. Good one. Good one. And a bunch of people are saying hi to Witness. Now this is a new name for me. Mac Mir Dakargal. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm sorry, I apologize. Tory cream brulee sounds delicious. I know, I used to get it with Ben Corden. He wrote L. Ron Hubbard, Messiah or Madman, and we'd go out to dinner and we'd get a cream brulee every once in a while and split it. It's good. Oh my gosh, yes. Hogmanay is the best in Scotland. Ooh, 'tis the season for all goodies. Very true, Connie. And here's Joe. We aren't open, Tory, but we get folk, oh, I see, turning up with their family, chopping the door, wanting in. But retail sides are off these days, just us working. But to be honest, it is fun. Yeah, it's got to be fun. You were pretty close, Tory, for Matt. Okay, good, Witness. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Well, anyway, that's my thing of saying, Scientology cancels Disconnection again, really? And their main out is they're going to say, I didn't choose to talk to you. But Scientologists, if you're in, David Miscavige has said you can talk to me. So you can call me up. Or you can come over. I won't bite you. All right, now this is Old Fritz. Hey, T, how are you? You mentioned MRSA. I got that in the hospital. What was there a massive red burning cellulitis leg? Ooh, ouch, that sounds awful. Okay, Joe. So, Tory, do you think DM will stop the disconnection with loved ones? As I heard in the channel mention something about this. No, that's what this whole talk has been about. No, it's bullshit. Because here's what Scientologists will say. They're already trained to don't talk to SPs because we'll just tell them ente that. Miscavige is trying to handle the bad PR of Scientology, the Church of Scientology, enforcing disconnection. Now they can say, "Oh, we don't enforce disconnection. That's something they have to decide to do," and that's how it works. And they go, "Oh, we're not disconnecting. We just don't choose to talk to that person." And the truth of the matter is, if that were true, every person who comes out, the first thing they do is call people they've disconnected from, family or loved ones. If it really was their choice, they wouldn't be calling those people, would they? Because they'd be too evil and horrible. Okay, now this is T says Edinburgh Org are holding a happiness lecture on Wednesday. Oh, God, right before Thanksgiving. Of course. Ex-witness Vernon comment, if I could afford, I would give free donuts to Sea Org members on Christmas Day. My friend used to go protest there. I think he still does every Christmas Day. He's Jewish, so he celebrates Hanukkah. So on Christmas Day, he goes and protests at the Scientology orgs and talks to them. And this was in the days past when they could talk and stuff like that. Okay, and here's this witness. Yep. Hey, former Scientology freeloader bills are illegal. Take note, Osa. It's very true. The freeloader bills are illegal, and any of their contracts are illegal. They tried to make me sign a contract to get my money back. And I said, I called my attorney and she said, well, if you want money back, you have to sign a waiver. That's just the way it is. And I said, I don't think you've ever seen a waiver like this. I'm going to fax it over to you. And I faxed it to her. And she called me in under 2 minutes. And she said, Tory, you can call them and tell them you are definitely not signing that per your attorney. And they also should know it is an illegal contract. And that's true for a billion-year contract or anything else. So there you go. The way out is the nearest door. Remember that. Witness, it's a lie. Why would we believe anything Miscavige says? His track record is dismal. Very true. Very true. Okay, and here's old Fritz saying good luck. Oh, I hope that the specialist helps you. Yeah, definitely. I heard from Brigette. How does... Oh, wait. Oh, I lost that. Wait, here we go. I heard from Brigette. How does the subconscious affect happiness lecture in Edinburgh? They're giving out drinks and snacks. Whoop-de-doo, not exactly. It's just their attempt at some kind of holiday PR. Ha ha ha, time to gate crash in private costumes, Joe. All right, and this is Witness. It depends on where you are. The billion-year contract was just upheld in the 11th Circuit appeals. No, come on. You're making that up, Witness. That can't be true. Where? You say upheld in the 11th Circuit. Where is the 11th Circuit? I can't believe it was upheld. No way. All right, forcing to Scientology abortions in Florida. That isn't written right, Witness. I don't quite understand what you're saying. Hit like people. Okay. I don't quite understand what you're trying to say either. Okay. No, Tory, it's true. Valeska and the Baxters. Oh, man. So it was in Australia? Where it was upheld? Because Valeska's, I believe, in Australia or New Zealand. I forget which one. But she's not in America. And I don't know where the Baxters are. So where did you read this? Please hit the like button for Tory. Subscribe is free. Thank you very much for reminding, Kelly. All right, and this is Much. T, I hope that the allergy medication isn't kicking your behind too much on top of the antibiotics. Sorry to hear this, T, but it'll get better. It will. Drink a lot of water. That helps also. Margie even. Okay, here we go. The 11th Circuit is East Coast out of Florida. The court docs are on my channel. Wow. Unbelievable. And they're saying that it's legal, the billion-year contract. Well, my attorney said no. Their waiver to get my money back was illegal. So at least I'll stick with that because my attorney told me that. To me, a billion-year contract, they can say it's legal and they can say they have a right to do it, and they do as a quote-unquote religion, even though you and I know it's a cult. But, okay, I'll have to read up on it. I've been with my son all day. But that doesn't mean it is. You can't make people for a billion years. You can't make them for two lifetimes. Come on. I'm just on steroids and antihistamines at this point. Oh, T, my body feels like it's on fire and itching all over. Nothing is working, so I just have to push through till Monday. Oh, well, sending you hearts and sending you love, and definitely drink water. Water will help the itchiness. And do you have antibiotic, like antibiotic cream that'll help? Like anti-itch cream kind of thing. Different states, different laws. Oh God, this country is going down the hill so fast, it's ridiculous. I always thought the billion-year contract was symbolic. No, it wasn't. It should be. T, sending you healing vibes, and I think space. Thank you, Irish Mart. And this is no T. Several people are forced into CFS arbitration. Oh, even now. You know what's so sick about that? I've said this before, but I and my husband did an arbitration in Scientology, in the Church of Scientology, with our attorney was Rosser Cole. We won, and they were supposed to pay us $50,000 and his partner $100,000. And the next day, the owner of the company zoomed off to Flag. So the next day, I called Flag to talk to the owner of the company, Bill Bowen, and they said, you can't. This is an ethics matter now. And I said, we just did an arbitration. And they said, well, that arbitration policy has been canceled as of last night. So the night of the arbitration, Miscavige, I know what happened because Bowen was the second biggest donator in Scientology. Craig Jensen was the top, and the second one that you could read on the wall in the 90s, it was Craig and Sally Jensen and Bill and Ruth Bowen were the top donators. And so I know what happened. He called him up and said, get me out of this or I'm done donating. And so he canceled the arbitration policy. It was one of the huge wake-up calls for me that you could pay and to get out of something like that. It was unbelievable. So now that they're pitching, they want to do arbitration. Oh, please. Come on. I don't see the tie between the billion-year contract and arbitration. I don't think I said they are. I'm just talking about two different things. Read the contract, Gregory. Okay. Probably in the contract it says you have to do an arbitration to get out of it or something. Arbitration clauses in the contract. Yeah, there's always they have it now in everything. It's pathetic. Good morning from the UK. Hi, live LKE. All right. I'm going to watch from the beginning now. All right. Okay. I hope you enjoy it. And this is from Old Fritz. Forcing people into arbitration with their abusers is so sick. It is. She wasn't even allowed to have her lawyer with her. That is just so pathetic. I would never stay. That was in the, but she doesn't live in Florida. I'm confused. Witness says that's right, but it's happening. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for coming by. I know judges are ruling for arbitrations more and more. Oh, in every business, they have it now. Okay, here's something from Gregory. Witness, the billion-year contract is a single page. That's why I am confused. Seems they're practicing lawfare again, getting courts to follow the religion line. So messed up. No, the billionaire contract is more than one page, I believe. Maybe it was 2 pages when I did it a million years ago. Maybe it's one now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, T, all of us hope you feel better. And make sure you drink water. It will help with your itchiness, I think. I think in California, the arbitration clause can be beaten. With cases in Florida, they are not. Yeah, see, Valeska's in. Is she still in arbitration? That I don't know, T. Oh, wait a minute. Here's someone saying perhaps the country was signed in Florida. Okay, and witnesses saying yes, she is. Damn. They brought the suit in Florida probably as simple as that. Sick. Valerie Haney, too, I think is going through it. Yeah, she is. That's terrible, witness. I hope she is strong enough to get through it. She's strong. She'll get through it. She will. Okay, Max says T. All the perseverance because it sucks. I actually was prescribed cortisol cream. Okay, to deal with that part of the bad insect bite. That feeling drives you nuts. Did you have red ants bite you by any chance? I had red ants bite me. They told me when I went to Florida, don't ever step in red ants. And I said, okay. And I went to call my mom in a phone booth, believe it or not. And I'm in the phone booth talking to her. And I look down and I am standing in a red ant hill. And red ants bite you like in. They're not like mosquito bites where they just bite you and you can scratch it. Red ant bites are like way deep. They stick something inside of you, and it's just awful. It is such torture. I hope you don't have that, T. I think the arbitration is in a different contract. I think they may have added it to the billion-year contract. They might have added it. They've had some motions back and forth to fight it, but it's not looking good. Damn. So with arbitration, won't they keep her there until they're basically hypnotized her to sign something to say they didn't do anything? Are people allowed to check up on her at least? It's a good question, T. I don't think they'll keep her until she signs something. But that's a good question if people can check on her. Ew, I know. It's really ooey. Very good point, Kelly. Okay, now here's witness. T, there are many videos on the arbitration by Mike Rinder. Okay, good. I don't like bugs. Next week, it's supposed to be down in the high 22. Ugh. What does that have to do with bugs? Did the bugs come inside? You don't know what causes a reaction. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you're going through it. I got bitten by something around a swamp that was undisturbed for over 30 years. It probably was mutated. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ow. Okay, and this is Old Fritz. The hope is that the abuse and accusations suffered during the arbitration will make people give up on their civil suits. Yeah. Yep. That is one thing Scientology is very good at. They have enough money that they can stay, like Hubbard said, get them in court, keep them in court, bankrupt them. That's their whole program. Get them in court, keep them in court, bankrupt them. So that's a church, right? One of their millions of policies that are awful. And some guy had the nerve the other night to say, oh my God, you're just talking about Scientology, one-sided. And I was like, yeah. And it's based on my experiences of 30 years of being in Scientology. And you can go over to their side if you want to hear their side. And will they ever, ever, ever tell my side of the story? Answer is no. They refuse to talk to me, as does Serge also. So he's in the same boat. I said I wanted to meet him. His husband said I was responsible for all of his abuses. I said I never even knew Serge when I was in Scientology. I only heard his name like a month ago. And he just rattled on and on and on. And the next night, Serge showed up, and I went over to Serge and said, Serge, I want to meet you. And he said, no. And then he just rattled off all these lies about me. And at the end, he said, and that's it. And I said, okay. Then the rest of it's on you. If you want to talk to me, you call me. I'm happy to talk to him, but he acts it's just like they do. It's too bad. He needs to work on healing. He really does. Okay, thanks, witness. I'll check them out. All right, good. Oh, okay, here it is. T, if she signs anything, she can claim it was under duress. Yeah, if her lawyer didn't clear it first. That's good. That's a good point. 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 Okay, and this is witness said, yes, it is a full confession session, a brutal and demeaning process, in my opinion. Have you ever had a sex check, witness? Just out of curiosity. T, if she said, okay, yeah, we did that. Okay, here's T. Okay, thanks, witness. I'll check them out. And here's witness. Duh, yes, against CFS Tory. They try to manipulate you back into CFS and arbitration. That is pathetic. They didn't do that with us in arbitration when we were in the church. They didn't try to, but we were in, we were members, so it's a different thing. They didn't try to get us back in, but they tried to get out of paying us the money, and they lost. And Rosser Cole is an OT that's a Scientologist, and he was our attorney. And we won, hands down. I mean, Rosser Cole said, this is disgusting what they've done. And they weaseled out of it. And to anyone who knows Bill and Ruth Bowen, they have my grandmother's china, and I want it back. There you go. Scientologists are really abusive. The arbitration clause is a huge reason why there are not more people speaking out about Scientology. I don't think that's true. I think it's a huge reason why more people are not suing them, but I don't think what would the arbitration clause have to do with speaking out about Scientology? Okay, here's a witness. Now I've heard an account of what it is like, some interviews of old Sea Org. Okay, well, I wasn't Sea Org, we were public. Worst bite I've ever had was tsetse fly, the one that gives you sleeping sickness but never gets sick. Ooh, Gregory, that sounds awful. And this is witness. Okay, the Bowens are on notice about the China set, Tory. Thank you. Thank you. I want my China set back. And I know she has it. I think Bill Bowen died, which is fair. The guy was really a creep. But anyway, Ruth, I think, has my china, and I want it back because it was my grandmother's, and she was supposed to give it to me. Anyway, there you go. We've been on for an hour and 9 minutes and 48, 49, 50 seconds. Let's see, old Fritz. Good point, Tory. It's more about why people don't sue rather than not speaking out. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, speaking out, they can't do an arbitration on speaking out. They can, if you sue them, then they can do this. This is a new thing they came up with. I mean, it was probably 10 or 15 years ago now, but they decided, well, let's make the arbitration here. And it's like having somebody, who was, their son was hung by the KKK. And now, in order to do anything legally with the KKK, you have to do it through their arbitration. It's like, that's insane. It's just absolutely insane. Okay, here's T. Do you know what state the Bowens are in? They were in California. I don't know what state they're in now. Why? Do you? Whatever happened to Tommy Davis? He kind of vanished after that last TV station where he took off his microphone and walked off when they asked about Xenu. And he said, I warned you, don't ask about it. And he kind of vanished after that. I don't know what really happened to him. I'd love to see Tommy. Hey, he was incognito. Maybe. Oh my God. The chicken god is here, y'all. Who's the chicken god? Justice. Hi, sweet Tory. Hi, Justice. Who's the chicken god? Witness, you got to fill me in. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I see. The chicken god is the one who asked about Tommy Davis. Okay. All right. Okay. I shall do some detective work for you, Tory. Okay, T, thank you. That would be cool. Let me know. That'd be fun. It'd be fun to find out. I'll go over to their house. If you find their address, I'll be there. I want my china back. And you promised it. Of course, promises don't mean anything in Scientology. You got prettier. You get prettier every day. Thank you, Justice. You're very sweet. That's only because of you guys. You guys are so great. I'm so happy you all came tonight. When I turned it on, there was no one there, and I thought, oh, nobody's going to come. It's too late at night. And here's all my night owl, Midnight with Magoo. I love it. It makes me very happy. All right, well, do you have any other questions? Because I have to get off. I'm making myself either start earlier or only do like an hour and then end off, because otherwise I just go too long. And then, I mean, I could stay up all night with you guys and talk, but you know how it is. We gotta get to bed. Or probably some people in other parts of the world. Thank you. I love you guys too. Thank you, old Fritz. Other parts of the world, they got to start their day. And also, Davey, yep, that's right. That is right. Thank you, Witness, for reminding him $1 million is owed, and now we're adding on interest times 24 years. That is correct. Okay, now here's the chicken god. That is the funniest nick I think I've ever heard. I stopped drinking alcohol more than a year ago, and one thing I realized is that people that talk about their experience after stopping drinking alcohol sound a lot like they escaped a cult. And so do porn guys. That I just told that story a couple nights ago about they putting my name on a porn site. Well, soon after, well, it was about 10 years after I got out, but they put my name on a porn site for a good time called Tory. And these guys were calling and they were very frightened. And it sounded a lot like people when they leave a cult. You know, they're very, because I think they say so much shit about me. Don't call Tory, and that's not really her, and blah, 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 all this stuff. You know, like they now, last December, they told that A new public. Be careful, Tory. She's really an undercover CIA agent. There you go. Just so you know. And he was going to give him $5,000, brand new, off the street. And he was going to give it to him. And I said, be careful. They lie and they hate me. And he came out and he was white as a sheet. And he said, wow, they really hate you. And I said, I warned you. And I called him the next day and I said, did they come get the $5,000? And he said, no, I'm going to Japan. He was a wrestler. And so I said, good. And I said, what did they say to you by any chance? Because I've heard all their lies about me. And he said, they said, you're a top secret undercover CIA agent. I laughed. I mean, that's like an upgrade from SP. All right. So now what is this? Chicken God. Oh, no, that's the chicken God thing. Wait, I got to go up. Junior Birdman. Okay, here we go. T. Do you know anyone that the Burrows were friends with? It's Bill and Ruth Bowen. It's not Burrows. We're friends with. And what color hair does Ruth have? Brown. She did. And thank you. Yeah, T. Bowens. Was a lovely chat. Thank you. I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you from Thailand. My brother's in Thailand. Well, he went to the Philippines for 3 weeks, but he lives on Koh Phangan off of Thailand. So you could go visit him, Chicken God. His name is David Christman. You can look him up on Facebook. He's on Facebook. He's a DJ. And his band was rated number 2 in the trance world. They worked with Wise. Yeah, they worked with Wise. It was called TRT, that's what it was called, TRT, Title Recon Tracking. And recon tracking has to do with titles. And what Bill he found out was that thousands of people had not actually transferred their titles for their homes. So let's say you sold it to me, but the title's still in your name. Well, then you still own the house. So he went into all these companies saying, look, you've got tons of homes that are owned that are not reconveyed. We will do it for so much money. And Harold was the salesperson for that. And he was making a great amount of money for the company. And then then I forget what happened, but they cut the pay. He went to Flag. And the wife took over and fired just about everybody. There were like 200 people on staff there. She fired a ton of them. She was kind of a creepy chick. Tory on the on the porn site. I know. Yep. Secret agent Tory. I know. I mean, I have a lot of weird things that have happened to me. I mean, you are a good time, just in a different way. Exactly. I know. And these computer geeks helped me figure out that it was Scientology. It was like the guy named Truth Seeker who was posting thousands of lies about me. His computer was the exact same computer as for a good time called Tory. So I said, what do I do? And he said, call the police. It's a federal crime. So I called the Burbank police. They came over. They filled out a police report. We put it up on the internet, on Google and ARS and all over the place. And the guy vanished forever. I mean, it was a big win for me. It was. And so you failed, another epic fail. Okay, so now this is upgrade from SP. I know, isn't that funny? That's the way I felt. Question, when are you streaming again, do you think? Good question, Justice. Today is what, Friday? Tomorrow is Saturday. I might go to their light show. I might. I'm not sure. In which case I would stream there if I'm there. But that's like an if. And then probably, I guess, Sunday. I'm trying to do it kind of every other day or every few days. I'll try to post it. I'm trying to post because now I learned how to schedule it so that you can see when. Does that help? I hope it does. All right. So now here is Joe talking about music. Linkin Park's new album got to #1 in the UK charts yesterday. Wow. We still need 6 people to hit the like button. Come on, 6 people. Thank you, Joe. Good for you. All right. Question, do you stream again, do you think? Question, do you stream again, you think? Yeah, I'm definitely going to stream again. Do you stream again, you think? You said up here, you said, when do you think you're going to stream again, do you think? Yeah, I am. I'm going to stream again, and it'll either be, if I go tomorrow to their thing and protest, it'll be live. If I don't, I'll probably do it Sunday night. That's what I think. It'll either be Sunday night or Monday. So, and here's Mac Mirdako. I like that. I'm still amused by the obsession with sexuality. I was raised Catholic and they are less prude. I was raised Catholic also, but Catholic girls are a mess. They are, all of them. I don't know about Catholic boys, but Catholic girls, they can be Catholic, but all you have to hear is, I'm a Catholic girl. Bingo! But I quit the Catholic Church when I was 13 because the priest was such a mean guy, and he kept saying, Jesus Christ died because of your sins. And I remember sitting there and thinking, I don't think any God that I believe in would talk to me that way. I just don't think it's right. And that was it. I quit. I just said, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, now this is from Greg. Neighbors' alarms keep going off. No, it's a false alarm. If it was a burglary, would have stolen the alarm as well. Probably true, but I would call the police just to tell them, just in case. I mean, they may be inside and you don't know what's going on. Question, is Scientology doing Winter Wonderland? Yep, we just found out tonight, Kelly, that they are. The trees are going up. It's okay with me. It's something they do. It's the least awful thing they do. I know that some of the people will say, oh, they're roping in children with it, but they don't. They're just going to see Santa, taking a picture, and they leave. I've been there. I've watched them. They go in, they take a picture, they leave. That's it. There's very few that go in and sign up for anything. Now, maybe it's changed. We'll see, but I don't think so. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to thank you all for coming. It was fun chatting with you all from around the world. I mean, it's really a joy for me. And I will see you either tomorrow or Sunday night or Monday. One of those 3 things. And I'll try to post it so you'll know. I mean, when I protest, I just go and you'll see me. Okay, now wait. Something came here. Posting your schedule is a perfect plan. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't have a schedule of the whole week, but I'll try to post a day before, so you know what's going on. Bye, T. I hope you feel better. I really do. I hope all the itchiness goes away and you feel better. I know it's awful, but you will get through it and you will feel better. You will. So just keep that in mind. And one thing that a young man taught me on Oprah, believe it or not, But the mother showed a video. Good night. The mother showed a video of this kid just smashing, like a puzzle in half. And then she went to pick it up and he rammed the desk into her. He was just really mean. And then the next thing you see in the video, he's just sitting there real peacefully reading with his mother. And Oprah says, "What happened?" And he said, "I learned about white light." And she said, "I use white light." And she said, "Every morning I surround myself with white light. That's what I do." And she said, "But I have a question for you." And this child was probably 10. And she said, "I have a question for you, though." I love that. Leaker ducks. Thank you, Gregory. That's cool. African slang for sleep well. Good night, Jamie. Good night, Joe. Anyway, she said, what if the negative energy is bigger than the white light that you have? And the kid looks at her and he goes like this, "Increase the white light." And she went, "Oh, yeah." So it's something you can try. I mean, it's something you can try. Surround yourself with white light and drink a lot of water. And know that it'll get better. And know that we're all sending you lots of love and wishes for you to be healed very, very soon. And good night, Kelly. Good night, Witness. Good night, Joe. Good night, Gregory. Good night, Jamie. Good night, Kelly. Oh, you're still staying. All right, Jamie. Well, I'm going to bed. I hate to tell you. Unless you have something to ask me. And Gregory, I would recommend you call the police if the alarms are still going off. Do you have anything that you want to ask me? Larata. Okay. I guess not. All right. Well, it's now 1:30 here, so I had better go to bed. So peace to all of you. Good night. Have a wonderful day tomorrow and a wonderful weekend. And if I miss you for some reason, and you're here in the United States celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. All right. And remember, we all have a lot to be thankful for. So make sure you spend some time every day being grateful, because that is a very healthy thing. It's very healing to be grateful. And if you can't think of anything you're grateful for, go out into nature, because you can't miss it if you go and walk around nature. There's so many beautiful things. Thank you, Joe. It happened to me often that I delete a comment, but it still remains. Sorry about that, because now you got my question 2 times, one wrong and one right. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's my thing. Don't worry about it. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you cats soon. And thank you for being here for Midnight with Magoo.